So the biggest news out of that last video was the Portuguese-Spanish War. It's about time. And Spain just got their butt kicked. I mean, Portugal just wiped out units, and they'll probably take over Madrid within this video. It's actually kind of just visually a little bit stunning to see Portugal completely surrounding Spain. I'm shocked. I thought it would be a little bit, I don't know. I mean, as you guys know, I kept typing it up. I thought it would be a little bit more. I mean, obviously, I knew that I was probably going to go for Portugal's favor, but I thought Spain would be able to defend themselves a lot better than they did. I definitely underestimated the AI's strategy. The AI doesn't like to just sit there and not move any units. So they moved a lot of their units, and then they scattered them up, and they just were picked off one by one. As well as it was a huge mistake for Spain to put up their units near northern Iberia, because when they did that, a lot of the ships got involved, and a lot of the ships were able to, I mean, you had enough to deal with in terms of the Portuguese military, their army, but to have, to get close enough to the coast where even their navy could get on the battle, I mean, that was just a huge mistake. Massive mistake. Okay, so the Brandenburg Gate has been built by Catherine. That's a pretty good damn wonder. Yes, it is. And Portugal is starting to consolidate their troops just off towards the east of Madrid. That's a smart move, and there are only 3 units left. There is a great general, but that'll probably get taken over. I'm sure of it very soon. We have Songhai colonizing. We've got 2 Mongolian settlers about to colonize. Bam, they might be going for South America, potentially. There's one there, there's one there. Or maybe he's going for Hawaii. Anyone at Australia, Nope, no one's in Australia. I thought there was one more that we saw. Everyone has scouts out. Wow, that is crazy. The Zulu scouts are very entertaining. We're going to see a Zulu city, I promise you. We will definitely see a Zulu city. But as for wars, I mean, that's the only really big one. Japan has peaced out with Arabia. Oh yeah, that's right. We have to focus in on if the champ are going to take this. I don't know when their turn processes. Is Japan at war with Mongolia? I don't think they are, but if they are, then Japan might have a really interesting colony just south of Delhi. I don't think they are, though. They might. So this, obviously they're being blockaded. They're going to destroy something. More than likely they'll destroy this musketmen because they can one-shot it, I think, from the city bombardment. City's pretty small, though. Maybe not. Yep, they did. They one-shotted it. All right. They're going to need to get a melee unit nearby, which they don't have any. This guy's got to start to embark, and he's got to get his butt over there as fast as possible. I think this is a range unit. I'm not off the top of my head. I don't know. Champa are a modded civ, so I don't know exactly what they're looking like. But yeah, they're ranged. They wouldn't have them in Sri Lanka if they weren't. Bam, they're in the red, but they have no melee. So it looks like they will get... they're going to be in a tough spot. Because if they don't have any boats to protect their melee units, then the Mongolian city is just going to continue to strike down with the city bombardment, the melee units that come over here. Yep, they will. That's really, really unfortunate, obviously. Rome's at war with Arabia. I think the Congo are at war with Arabia, but those aren't too big. No, those aren't too impactful. Bam, and yep. So Spain is down to just 1 unit hidden inside of Madrid. Madrid will fall. Spain, you did good, buddy. You really kept Portugal in a tough spot for a really long part in this campaign, but now's the time. I mean, we really got to start to notice the power of Portugal now. They already have a huge navy, but now they're going to be connected in Iberia. When they get that infrastructure up, oh my gosh, it's going to be crazy. Lots of wars popping up. The first ideology. Russia has picked the first ideology, and it is autocracy. I don't know if I missed anyone else, but boom, that's not a surprise. Autocracy should be the most popular ideology, I'm guessing. And Madrid is in the yellow. We've got Madrid at 53 defense. And where are their melee units at, though? They've got one. They've got 1 musketman. What else do we see? Sweden and the Philippines. Sweden and Indonesia. The Huns and Babylon, nothing too big. Yeah, those wars don't matter. Yeah, no big deal there. Still, now one big... Ooh! England declaring war on Sweden. That's entertaining. I don't know if that was the best choice. They probably should have gone after Rome. Rome has nothing to do against England. I mean, this is just going to be an awesome point for colonization. These 2 cities are just going to be colonization. I think points of colonization for the New World, for the Roman Empire, I think. but unless they get it taken over. But now England's going to be distracted with their Swedish war. Right now they've got no units protecting Amsterdam. That's bad. That's very bad. Yeah, so they're in a little bit of a situation. Champa joining in against Sweden, and Madrid will fall next turn. Do they have... Well, wait a second. They've got a musketman, but this is a hill tile, I believe, so they can't just walk in. It might be 2 turns from now. It might be. What's going on with the Champa? Ooh, and Rome is sending people down across the Mediterranean. They might be going in for an Arabian invasion. An Arabian invasion might be going down here. Okay, so what are we seeing? They've got ships to protect a melee unit, but they don't have a melee unit. They're not sending over this musketman. They're going to lose a lot of units in the process, but eventually they'll take that over more than likely. They'll take that over more than likely. The problem is you have the Koreans, who are strong in the north. But I don't know if they're... The Koreans, I don't think, are concerned with the Champa. I think they're mainly concerned with the Japanese. Seeing as they're building so many units. Yeah, so many units. Here goes Mongolia around. Maybe Mongolia's going for Australia. Maybe that's what they're doing instead. Anything else? Do I see any more settlers out this way? A lot of people are showing their naval dominance. Their naval dominance is like there's... I mean, obviously Portugal is one of them, but Indonesia is also building up quite a big navy. Here goes Songhai in, I think it's Canadian territory, right? Looks like Newfoundland, sort of. They might be going for, or Nova Scotia. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because the map is so wonky. But one of those provinces, I'm thinking. Florida. I'm thinking this would be what, New York, somewhere around there. Maine. Yeah, it's Canada. Definitely, I would say about Canada. Anyways, so that will be the second civ. Mongolia should be the third, and they'll be slapping down 2 cities wherever they go. They might be splitting up, actually. One might be going for Australia. The other one might be going for, like, California or something like that. Yeah, Indonesia's really come back in terms of their navy. They've really rebuilt. The Philippines, not so much. They're in a much more difficult spot. They're not in a more difficult spot, but they haven't really done anything. They have not done the things that they're supposed to do with their navy. But I will say they've been good at building they've been very good at building wonders. They've done a good job at that. The second ideology, I believe, and it's the Philippines, choosing order. So why was Russia first? Did they have 3 factories built? Because I know the Philippines are, I think, ahead in technology at 47 techs. Let's go ahead and check. Yeah, I believe there's only 2. I would have noticed, I think. I'm pretty confident in my opinion here. Yep, there's only been 2. How did Russia get that before when they're not super behind in technology, but they are quite behind? How are you going to do this, Champa? You really done goofed, man. You're going to lose so many units in the process, it's almost not worth it. The Ottomans and Arabia, that's an interesting war. Medina is separated. I wonder if we could see the Greeks joining in. Medina, well, you have to worry about, what is this? What island is this? Is this Crete? Will this be the island of Crete? Cyprus? Something. One of these islands here. Poland and Mongolia have peaced out, but did they give up any cities in the deal? They did not. It's a standstill. Greece and Poland, they don't border each other. Neither does Ethiopia border Greece, that is. Cannot believe we saw a standstill. But actually, no, I can believe that because it was just such a struggle. Such a back and forth for only three tiles wide. That makes a lot of sense. So nothing exchanged hands. Quite a big deal there. So Mongolia is still powerful. I might definitely come to eat those words, saying that Mongolia is not going to be as powerful and they're kind of weaker. We've got France and Arabia, India and Arabia. Okay, so Arabia is looking like they are going to be in a tough spot. Here comes Rome. See, look, even Greece could get out on this. Not only for Medina, but also the Egyptian cities. India can't do much to Arabia here, though. Syria is rebuilt, and they could go after Persia. How about Ethiopia? How are they doing? I must have... Wait a second. They pieced out for Johannesburg, didn't they? Yep. I think they did. They had to have. I guess it could have gone... No, I think they did. What's the city's health at, or population at? 6? I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. Ethiopia took the city over. The Boer are down to 3 cities. Ethiopia is up to 7, is it? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, 7. Yeah, 7. India's still Rome's still trying to figure out what they want to do with that settler. They've got 2 now. But why are you sending them down towards Africa? There's all this land. You know about it too. Wow, look at Madrid completely surrounded here. Wow. They're trying their best. Oh, that's so sad, the little settler there. And they're still not going to take it over. Look at that. Portugal has no melee units. They've got 1, but they're not using it. Wow. This is very, very sad. Just looking at kind of Spain be surrounded here. Okay, so are you going to move melee units in play here, or what's going on? I don't understand your strategies, but okay. You take your time. You take your time. There's a musketman, a Roman musketman, for some reason being sent over towards Ireland. So is a worker. Maybe they're preparing for a new city. I don't know. Could be. Genghis Khan's plotting against the Huns. Is there anything else? Nothing else here. Is that so? Yep, they're definitely going for Australia. Now, who is the second one going for? Did I completely bypass them? I don't see anybody else. Where are they? There's a few battles going on here. That's cool. Between, I think, Portugal and England, right? No, they peaced out a long time ago. Where did that Mongolian settler go? There's 2. Well, he's going to pop up soon. My eyes are just blind. You guys know this. You guys totally know this. Pretty sure I'm just blind right now. Well, we'll find him later, I guess. Portugal having so many naval units still in the Atlantic Ocean. What is Rome up to with their 2 settlers? Oh, and Rome is definitely going after Arabia. Now, the thing is, there are 2 mountains that might be able to help out and make it a struggle. Austria, Ashanti, the Huns and Ashanti. We've got Arabia, Ethiopia. Ooh, all right. All righty then. Okay, so if you're Rome, you've got to get these cities. If Ethiopia takes over these cities, again, Ethiopia's looking good. Really good. Like I said, Ethiopia doesn't really face a powerful... there's no great power near Ethiopia. Whereas in the middle of Asia, these guys all are kind of balancing each other out somewhat. Mongolians are back because they're actually colonizing now. Who is this? We've got the Boer versus Ashanti. Yes. So are they going to be able to do this? Oh my gosh, the Champa are going to drop the frickin' ball. They are going to massively drop the ball, and they're not going to be able to take over this city. And that will be very, very sad. So there's one settler. We've seen that one, though. Did Mongolia get one taken away? It's possible. How is Sweden and England? Nothing happening too much here. Both civs have their kind of hands full with other things. This has been the strangest occurrence that they have not taken this over. I mean, maybe they just have so many units they don't know what to do. You know what's weird? They will not take those settlers. They would not take the settler or the Great Rider, which is, needless to say, a huge mistake. Indonesia after Songhai. I also saw that the Boer and Mali are going at it. This musketman is at pretty much 1 health, and this other one will not take over the Great Rider. Then they've got to take. Oh man, Portugal's just going to sit here and lose a bunch of units because they don't understand how to move things. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they just don't understand how to move things, which is obviously very unfortunate for them. They're going to be in a tough spot now. Because, they were looking good. They were looking really good. But they're also letting Songhai rebuild somewhat here. Let's see what they do. So what is your problem? You don't know how to back units up? I think that's it. So Spain is going to be around for a little bit longer. They're just going to be surrounded, and they won't be able to do much with it. Any more settlers out this way? No, but there's actually a lot of naval battles going on. Surprised at Indonesia's power and their navy. I've never seen like this powerful of an Indonesia. Yep, Mongolia must have lost that settler. They had to have. I do not see it. And they're going for Northern Australia. Very cool. We have Mongolian Australia. That's awesome. France declaring war on a lot of European or a lot of African nations, but that's it. They're not doing anything else with it. Here's the thing, though. Now that I just realized, wow, everyone's going after Africa. Africa is just insane right now. Like I said, Portugal's going to lose a lot of units. So does France try to capitalize on that? It's entirely possible. Because, like, it's just Spain is going to continue to bombard. They're going to continue to kill units until they free up a spot for the musketmen to move in. That's all what needs to happen right now. So Maria will lose a lot of units here. Unless, of course, they peace out. And if they lose too many, we could see Napoleon strike. Who has the most wonders? Of course, the Philippines, then it's Catherine, then it's Gandhi. Syria, Ethiopia. All right, guys, I'm going to stop a little bit early. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.